All right. 13 love, 13 wisdom, 13 knowledge, 13 love, 13 provision, 13 protection. It's the 13th one, the laughing Buddha. Marquez the Greatest Show. Hey, I just wanted to touch upon this because, like many of you, I keep getting in my feed these discussions, these talks, these conversations between men and women, and to be more specific, black, so-called black men and women, because I'm not black. This is black, nigga. I'm melanin rich, okay? Plus, black is a curse, but we'll talk about that at another time. But, fellas, it's time to stop talking, okay? Because at this point, women are now just repeating the shit that we said earlier. For instance, women are now saying, you need to go to therapy. You need to go to therapy. Who said that first? Kevin Samuels. And since it was a good point, they couldn't refute the point. Then they adopted it and want to push it back on us. So no matter what we say, they take a little time and then they want to flip it back on you. So I'm saying it's time to stop talking, okay? Because whatever happened to, I can show you better than I can tell. That's what men do. And then I'm just going to throw this little extra nugget in there. Every adult male is a man. If you were born with testicles and the penis, regardless of the size, you're a man, nigga. Don't let women confuse you. But they've been doing that all my life, especially in the 90s. Did that make you feel like a man? If you were a man, you would a real man. What the fuck do you know what a real man? You looking at one, bitch. So I'm just saying, you are a man. Now, whether or not you're a responsible man, different conversation. But I'm also going to touch on this. They try to say that men aren't leaders. There aren't leaders. Every man's a leader, bitch. Because put it like this. I'm going to use this metaphor. Life is like an airport. And men are like flights, planes, going to a destination. Now, if you get on a flight that's not going where you want to go, whose fault is that? What you gonna do? You gonna get up and try and complain to the pilot and shit? Yeah, you don't know how to fly a plane. I don't want to go to the motherfucking Bahamas. I don't want to go to Detroit. Well, bitch, you bought the ticket and you got on this flight. Now, after we land, you're welcome to buy another ticket and go wherever the fuck you want to go. But all men are leaders. The question is he leading you where you want to go, bitch? That's the question. So, fellas, it's time to stop talking. It's time to put the action behind what you believe. And I don't believe that men should be using women's verbiage talking about standards. Nigga, principles. It's the principality of things. Now, since I'm on this whole thing, not every adult female is a wife. Just because she has a vagina does not mean she's a wife. Wives exist before you get there. The Bible said, I believe it's in Proverbs, that a man that finds a wife has found a good thing. Now, I used to question, like, what the fuck does God mean by that? Because I thought every woman was a wife too. No, the Bible's very specific. Have you ever read Numbers? It gets very specific about how it is he wants the tabernacle built. He breaks it down to the curtains and how many bells on the bottom of the curtain. No, he's very specific. He said, a man that finds a wife has found a good thing. So that just shoots down the argument of women talking, I could be a wife. Now, there's a whole lot of self-accountability that needs to take place by us, for us, and to us, though, fellas. Gorgeous Dre, Andre Taylor from Pimps Up, Hoes Down. You should actually go check him out as well. But he brought up a very interesting point. Manhood is And so it should not depend upon whatever the female's doing for you to be who you are. But it's kind of hard for you to be who you are if you don't have no principles. So just a suggestion. I picked this up and didn't take a sip. Just a suggestion. For one, stop lying. Don't promise any woman that you're going to be monogamous. Even if it's your plan, nigga. Even if for you, I don't see myself, don't say that that's what you're going to do. Because the moment that you're human and you do fuck somebody else, now you're a liar. And that's the bigger, what's the word I'm looking for? That's the biggest infraction. It's the fact that you lied, motherfucker. You weren't a man of your word. So be a man of your word. Don't promise nothing that human beings do, motherfucker. Don't say, I'm never gonna stub my toe. Okay? Who intends on fucking kicking the goddamn corner of the wall as you walking by? I broke my goddamn toe before doing that. I'm never gonna stub my toe. But then when you do it, so don't promise shit like that. Now, also, I want to bring you to this other thing. And that is the prophecy. Now, I'm going to do another video about that. But prepare for the prophecy to be fulfilled. And that's in Isaiah, I believe it's chapter 4, verse 11. I could be wrong, but it's in the book of Isaiah. You know, I could tell you the neighborhood, but I don't know the exact address to everything. But what it says in Isaiah the prophet is that there will be 7 men to 1, excuse me, that's backwards in the motherfucker. 7 women to 1 man. And they will say, despite what all the women say in the daytime, I need a man to have this and do that and do this and 6-pack and 12-inch dick and $1 million a year and all that. No, the Bible says they're going to say, hey, look, you ain't got to pay for me. I'll pay my own way. Just let me be called by your name. That's just saying, just let me be able to tell somebody I'm connected to you. Now, with that stated, because it's going to happen. Once again, this comes back to stop talking, right? The question is, what are you going to do with that much human resources at your disposal? So my suggestion is put a plan together for real, have an assignment. Where are you going? How could this help you meet your goals and objectives, which should be to elevate in life, right? So that's one thing. I'm just going to do the other video because I feel like it's getting too much hodgepodge in here. But basically, it's time to stop talking and just do what you're going to do, man. Now, if you're going to date women in North America, if you're going to date women in the USA or the West, because the UK and Australia are suffering from the same shit, okay? My suggestion is don't lie. Don't promise to be with just one. And then only interact with those that aren't assets. Excuse me. Only interact with those that are assets and not liabilities. You could tell if she's a liability. Yeah, go to her house. See how she living. Is it junky? Because that tells you the state of her mind. A disorganized house is a disorganized mind. A dirty ass bathroom, dirty ass mind and coochie, most likely. So those are just some tips, some suggestions, not even tips, because shit, you a grown ass man, nigga. My opinion don't have no dominion on what you do. But take it from a nigga who been here for a minute, who done seen some things, who done been through some shit. And yeah, because if you notice, the goal line is forever moving. It's always something else. And just so you know, it's always the opposite of what you're doing. No matter what it is, nigga. If you fuck a long time, they gonna say, that's too long. If you fuck a short time, that's too short. It's always what you're not doing, nigga. So just make peace with that and be cool with you. You know what I mean? And that's it. Stop talking. Start walking out what it is that you've already said. Because what we've said is reasonable. Hey, can you wear your hair? Can you stop wearing so much makeup? Can you show me your collarbone, bitch? Can you lose 30 pounds? Now, that's body shaming. No, bitch, I'm trying to prevent a potential medical cost because it's not healthy, bitch. And right now, bitches that went to high school with me, I'm sure you're on medication. Okay? I ain't on no medication. I don't want to open my medicine cabinet and see all these pills and high blood pressure and thyroid and whatever the fuck else you got going on. No, bitch. Exercise. It's the same thing. It's ancient wisdom, bitch. But then you got this sprinkle bitch talking about black women shouldn't be skinny for black men. How about for yourself, bitch? Don't you want to be able to walk up a flight of stairs without you can't even have good sex, cancel can't. You're not able to have good sex because your cardio's low, bitch. I see, it's just so much. And that's why I said, hey, you know what I mean? We could all get distracted on all these arguments and all these other things. Hey, man, man, have your principles, right? Live by what you live by. Now, once again, having principles doesn't mean that you got to be an asshole. It's just you protect yourself at all times. Be considerate, but don't let a bitch change you. Nigga, that ain't good enough. Okay, bye, bitch. Okay. Enough said, man. It's the 13th one, man. The laughing Buddha, often imitated, never duplicated, but most loved and respected, Marquez the Great.